Welcome back to another video. My name is Roman Mila, and today we're going to talk about stairs overlay. And we're going to go through 5 different stages, steps, price, what to do, is it worth doing it, and so on and so on. So next time when you shop around for your stairs overlay, you know exactly what to expect. Let's go and find out. So basically, let's start from down and then we'll work all the way up. What is stairs overlay? Stairs overlay means you have your flooring. It can be engineered, it can be solid, can be laminate, hybrid, whatever, vinyl, and you overlay. So you're not touching a base staircase. Like in this example here, so see, this is a staircase base that usually is structural part and done by a builder. And then when we come in, they overlay, so they just follow the lines of what builder or carpenter already done for you. So that's the stairs overlay. That's basically, you're not touching your main staircase, you're just putting flooring, same flooring as you're doing for your floor. It goes all the way up the staircase. Again, they can be different size and shapes. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. But basically, stairs overlay means we work with what we've got. Number 2, why choose overlay instead of replacement? It comes down to cost and the look. So let's separate cost first. To overlay stairs, it's a lot cheaper because you don't have to work with the new base. That's usually the expensive part, when you have to rip up all your staircase and build a new one. That's either done by the builder or proper staircase companies. Usually this is the most expensive way to go. Overlay, as I said in section 1, we don't touch your structural part of your staircase. We'll just make it very simple. Nosings, we're gonna talk about that later again, but this is a very simple overlay, so you're saving a lot of money in terms of structural. And the second one is the look. It's very hard to match exactly the coating, the timber, and so on and so on. So they usually look different. That's a trend now. I see that a lot of designers want staircase matched with your flooring. That's what we do a lot of nowadays. Back in the days, you look at your house, most likely your staircase looks different to what you have on the floor. Even it can be a same timber, but it looks different. So that it comes down to look. And if you want a perfect match from your floor all the way up to the stairs, that's where you get your stairs overlaid from the same material, from the same batch. So it goes all the way up and it matches 100%. Number 3, designed options. You can have different products. You can have timber, as I said, you can have laminate, and all of them will have either their own pre-made nosing piece overlay. So basically what you need to understand that when you overlay your stairs, you have called riser, that vertical part. This is called riser. Then you have your nosing piece. It can be made out of different materials, and then you have a tread piece. So what's on top, it's a tread. What's here, it's a nosing piece. And then what's in here, it's the riser. So the staircase overlay made out of 3 parts. And now it comes down to design. Some people prefer having, as you can see on those 2 examples here, this is called full overlay. So you have your riser, nosing, and a tread made out of one material. Look at this one here. You have your riser made out of, like, let's say MDF, HDF, whatever. Then you have your nosing tread, or nosing and a tread are made out of engineered timber floor. That's made to paint after. So when you kind of are making it look as a floating staircase. That's unpainted part here, so you can paint whatever color you want. You can leave it black, you can paint it white, whatever. Match with your design. That's another part of the design that you can make. So this is called a floating staircase, which this one full overlay, this a floating overlay with unfinished riser. And then there's another part. So as you can see on the edge of the nosing, we have different colors. It's called like an arrowhead finish. So it's an inlay. If you look at from the inside, so that's how it's done. It's done on in the factory. Obviously, it's all handmade, but it's done on the factory because again, most of our nosings and most of our staircase we overlay and we pre-make on the job sites. So it's done from the same material, from the same batch. But this one here, for example, it needs to go through kind of production to make this happen. The ugly look. The ugly look and the least practical look. This is the finishing trim. I just had one. I don't have the proper one because we usually don't do that, because when people come here and they want stairs overlay, this is two options we offer them. Either full overlay or floating overlay. This kind of a finish, so you can have a full overlay, but not most companies, but if you want to save the cost and you don't really care about the look, you can have that. And most likely, if you look at your place, you have some kind of like a aluminum trim on the edges. That's the cheapest way, but usually it's not the nicest way to finish your staircase. So this is going to be the cheapest way to go. Number 4, common mistakes to avoid. Most common mistake, or unknown, because obviously it's something new when you're doing renovation and you just don't know about it and no one tells you about it, is the matching staircase to your floor. The common mistake, the first one that I see, is that people trying to, when they're doing renovation, they're getting stairs done by separate company, and they all say that yeah, it will match the color with your current floor, or they have the staircase and now they're going through many shops and trying to color match with what they already kind of been quoted for. The next one is most common one when people trying to save and do themselves, like DIY stairs. It's a very complicated and very neat finish. If you never done this before, it's a very tight job. So let's say you have your like obviously you have your wall here and you have your like a stringer here. The common mistakes that DIY jobs done is they finish with a lot of big gaps that need to be then gap filled, and usually they don't look nice, because again, overlaying staircase, especially old ones, they never straight, they never perfectly straight, so you just cut and you just place one on top, you just overlay it. Because it's all glued down, you can't go back and just redo. You have to rip this all up, buy new material and start all over again. You can't just, if you see that it doesn't go well, you just, okay, yeah, I'll just remove and put a new one in. Yes, you can, but it's too expensive, too much, and you can damage your base. You can damage your base, and then there's no way back. You have to get your carpenter or builder who is licensed to do structural work, fix your base, and then you can start again. But probably I would never try and do DIY on overlaying stairs. The most important one is the cost and value. The most expensive way to go in terms of stairs is starting from building a base and then going solid timber staircase and then sand, polish, coat, so you have a nice solid staircase. This is like, we're talking about like 10 plus grand, 10, 15 grand, depends on your staircase again, because pricing comes down to, is your staircase will have only straight steps, or you have your landing, then turn around, going up, or you have your staircase going with the like an angled staircase. because we charge per step. So that's where the price comes in. If you have 15 steps, it will be certain amount multiplied by 15. So if you have your 15 steps, and out of those 15 steps, you have only like, let's say 9 straight steps, and then 6 angle ones. So angle ones, usually like double cost compared to doing the straight steps. Do you want it done floating or you want it full overlay? So for this one, you need more material. How wide is your steps? Another part is the cost. The cost of the actual overlaying. As I said, we charge per step. So plus a nosing. So this is done in 2 parts. Do you want the nosing done with just a basic nosing like that, or you want the inlay like that? Depends on the material, depends on the cost will be around, to make this one, I don't know, between $40, $50, $60 all the way up to $170. It depends on, like, if you want the inlay, do you want this, it's so custom. Every step is staircase, it's so custom. Even if it's just a nice straight staircase and it's like, okay, yeah, that's very simple. But as soon as you start turning or making it something not like out of standard, the price goes up. Your stairs overlay with the just a labor can cost you somewhere between $150 and $200 per step. So multiply it by how many steps you have and add a material. So if we're talking about Australian dollars and how we work here, your staircase can cost you from $2,500 to $5,000 to overlay. That's the basic. If we're talking about just a normal staircase, I just quoted one staircase, it's like 20 grand a staircase. It's a lot of floating ones, a lot of miters, a lot of edges we need to cover. So the more you have to work with the pre-finished material, the more it costs. The time the more time you installer have to spend to make it wrap around your staircase, to make it all look nice and clean. And the last one, why you have to go, or why you prefer to go overlay. Again, comes down to look. It's worth investing like $5,000 on your staircase and have it all seamless look, because that's where you get your value. That's where people, when they like, it's open home, that's when they see that, like they see, now people don't want to see different materials, too many different materials. So you want to make it nice and sleek and unique look. So it's all nice and flows through. That's where the value. So if you are a designer, make sure you have flooring matching with your staircase, obviously, if you have a staircase. So if you want to save, okay, the cost can go down if you want that kind of a look. A very simple, basic material, the staircase can cost you $1,500. But if you want the look that we spoke about, mainly what we do here, it will cost you more and more and more. And as I said, I've quoted last week, staircase, $19,000 just for the staircase. It's a big one. Like, watch us, follow us, obviously, to see that staircase. It's gonna be done towards end of this year, so I'll definitely will show you that 19,000 staircase overlay, so you you understand, and then you know what to expect. But anyway, thanks for watching. Follow us on Instagram, subscribe here to keep informed about flooring and all these solutions that we can come up with. Don't hesitate to ask me a question in the comments, I can answer them. And yeah, I hope that helped you with your next shop around flooring ideas. See ya.